AITA for not inviting my sister to my wedding after she ruined my proposal. I 29 am recently got engaged to my girlfriend to AITA, and it was supposed to be one of the happiest moments of our lives. I had planned a romantic proposal at our favorite spot, a secluded beach where we had our first date. I had everything ready: flowers, a small picnic, and a photographer hiding nearby to capture the moment. When the day came, my sister 32F insisted on tagging along. She said she wanted to take a few candid photos of us before the proposal. I was hesitant but agreed, thinking it might make the moment more special. Big mistake. As we reached the spot, my sister started acting weird, making snarky comments and trying to direct the whole scene like a movie. My girlfriend could sense something was off, and the mood was getting ruined. Then, out of nowhere, my sister grabbed the ring box from my pocket and yelled, "Surprise! Look what he's going to do." My girlfriend was shocked, and I was furious. I managed to salvage the proposal somewhat, but the moment was tainted. My girlfriend said yes, but we both felt the proposal was ruined. Later, I confronted my sister, and she just laughed it off, saying she was just trying to help and that I was overreacting. Now I'm feeling conflicted. AITA for not inviting my sister to my wedding after she ruined my proposal. Edit: here are a few other, not so minor, instances in which my sister has done me wrong. 1. My sister has a long history of attention-seeking behavior. She's the type to fake fainting at parties just to get everyone's attention. She once accidentally set off the fire alarm at my fiancé's birthday party, causing the whole place to evacuate and ruining the celebration. 2. This wasn't the first time she's crossed the line with me. When I got my first big promotion, she announced she was pregnant at the same party, only to later admit she was joking. At another family event, she spiked a punch with alcohol knowing I was on medication that strictly prohibited drinking. Then, out of nowhere, my sister grabbed the ring box from my pocket and yelled, "Surprise, look what he's going to do." What she did is so ludicrous that my first reaction was that perhaps this post isn't real. No one could be that obtuse. I don't blame you one bit for not wanting her at your wedding. You already made the mistake of allowing her to come along to the proposal. NTA. She just laughed it off, saying she was just trying to help. What might she try to do to help at the wedding if she went? My parents called me heartless. Perhaps your parents are part of the problem and have always enabled her behavior. My parents called me heartless. I'm guessing, based on your edit, that confirms this is normal behavior for her, that your parents have a history of enabling and explaining away your sister's behavior. My sister is playing the course she is, because taking accountability would mean admitting that she purposefully ruined your proposal. Saying I'm tearing the family apart over a little joke, you finally having enough of her BS does not equal tearing the family apart. Again, she just doesn't want to admit that she's facing the consequences of her poor. Stay strong and don't invite her. You should probably put your parents on a strict information diet and have security at your wedding to ensure your sister or your enabling parents don't pull some shenanigans. You should also be prepared for your parents to threaten to not attend if you don't invite her. Don't fall for it. If they actually follow through, that's their loss, not yours. What's the joke, and how was she helping? Your sister is beyond out of line. I'm so sorry you have to deal with her. AITA, but a bit of a dumbass for allowing her to tag along for the proposal. You admitted in your own post that your sister has done outlandish things at the most inappropriate times to seek attention, so you were quite naive to think she would behave when you planned to propose. You don't bring a monkey to a picnic and then be upset at the monkey when it starts throwing poop at everyone. AITA, it wasn't a joke, and I'd tell everyone pressuring you they're just making it worse. NTA, but reading all those other instances of sister seeking attention, why in the world would Op agree to let her come? He should have known she'd do something like this. It's clearly intentional. AITA, she sounds like a bully. Bullies don't deserve any courtesy. At another family event, she spiked a punch with alcohol knowing I was on medication that strictly prohibited drinking. I'm sorry, what? NTA and uninvite her from your whole life because that is unhinged. Tell anyone who says to invite her that if they don't drop it and respect the no, then they can also be uninvited because they are enabling this toxic and frankly dangerous behavior. NTA, your sister sounds like an attention-seeking narcissist. You and your fiancé need to present a united front and make it clear that your sister will not be invited. She already ruined your proposal, and you don't want her to ruin your wedding. If your parents do not respect your wishes, you tell them they will be uninvited. It's time to go and see with your sister up. This is your wedding, and you don't have to tolerate stupid, immature, or unacceptable behavior. Your parents also sound like enablers. NTA, you might want to consider eloping it, only having friends at your wedding. Your family will ruin it for you to make it fair to your sister. NTA, your sister is a pick-me that wants to be the main character in everyone's story. She has no boundaries, and your parents have allowed her to live in this self-centered fantasy world of a bubble. At 32, it is well past time for her to grow up and understand there are consequences for her behavior. Your parents failed as parents to you and her, especially someone as close as my sister. I know I'm only looking at a snippet of your life here, but are you and your sister really close? Based on the text, it sure doesn't seem like it. Blood doesn't make people close, emotions do. And you don't have to invite anyone to your wedding that you don't want there, regardless of the reason. NTA. Info: if your sister has a history of attention-seeking behavior, especially at the expense of your fiancé, why would you invite her to your proposal? Not at all. Emily weren't invited to my wedding because they either behaved like that or enabled the ones who did and would absolutely have told them when and where to let them crash the wedding and make a scene. I have zero regrets about doing it that way. It was a truly lovely a celebration of the new couple with people who appreciate and celebrate them. Your sister does not celebrate you, therefore, she is not a fit guest for any wedding. If you can, hire security to keep her out of the venue building, cause I wouldn't put it past her to pull the fire alarm in the building as petty retaliation by the sounds of it. So why haven't you gone no contact with this psycho? Invite her, I would have a restraining order on her. NTA. Get security she will either turn up in. Want a wedding dress point to morning wear .3 streetwalker wear. AITA. I would hire security at your wedding and keep her out. I wouldn't let her anywhere near the event. Stand your ground. You may need someone at the event to deal with her if she shows up. If it's at a hotel, let security know. She's likely to try and crash it. NTA, she is an emotionally abusive person. Time to cut her off. You should have never let her tag along after how egregious your other examples are. It's best to cut her out. I am so tired of attention-seeking behavior that you get a definite NTA from me no matter what you do. She went over the line. She ruined a life-defining moment. Did you read the edit at the bottom of the post? Hard to say what she will do at the wedding. If these things are true, I think she could be a problem that should not have to be dealt with before or during the wedding. Best of luck. NTA, your sister sounds like a troubled and troubling person. You and your bride should be celebrated by all who attend. Isn't only about you, though it's also about all the friends and family in attendance coming together to celebrate this huge milestone in your lives and your love, and sharing together in the joy. It seems your sister cannot or will not join in such a celebration. She's unhinged. I wouldn't even associate with this basket case. What is your relationship with your sister like beyond the proposal fiasco, if you don't mind me asking? Your sister needs a therapist. AITA, stand your ground. She severely altered the proposal you wanted. Do not give her a chance to mess up your wedding with her antics. NTA, fuck around, find out. I'd be absolutely livid if a family member did this to me. Frankly, they would be a stone's throw from being cut off for life after that. Absolutely 100 extreme low contact. NTA, if you end being guilted into inviting her, you should have the MC open the reception with a speech along the lines of "This is an important day for Op and Op's wife. This means everyone else should remember it is their day and not spoil it." Examples of behavior that spoils important moments include insert list of all of sister's behavior. The MC never mentions her name, but enough people know what's going on. Have the MC say it in a funny joking tone so you can play it off as a prank joke when sister cries. NTA elope. In the hell would you say she could come along knowing full well that she has a history of attention-seeking behavior? What were you thinking? Your sister has some mental issues and you played into it. As far as your wedding is concerned, seems to me you're between a rock and a hard place. Since she likes jokes so much, tell her you thought it would be really funny to not invite her. I'm still hung up on your sister is 32. She has serious narcissistic issues. Ban her until she can get therapy or ban her until she knows to behave. Info am skeptical that your GF not only was an amateur photographer who you allowed to come but somehow an adept pickpocket. Did she actually somehow grab the ring box from inside your pocket without you stopping her? NTA, how truly awful of her, but I would be worried that this snub is only going to further overshadow your day. NTA. I'm so sorry that you have these problems with your sister and I think your parents are also a bit of a hole here for allowing these things to happen. But anyway, I completely understand your decision here. Thanks for watching.